Yo, do you want to know how to beat Igris boss event without having to delete any units and easily macroing it? All you're gonna need is this very simple team, and with just that and a couple of good stat rerolls, we can get started on getting a whole bunch of Igris coin event coins, or am I having a stroke? Event coins to essentially get all of the trait rerolls, which I wasted and I really regret it, but it's okay. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Now, like I said, this is a macroable thing. You can do this on tiny tasks. I'm not going to sit here and do the macro for you, but I'm going to show you how to do basically the most of it. Now, you guys can do the macro. I have my own macro file I could share with you guys if you really want me to. But guys, stop being so fucking lazy and do it yourself. How about that? Let's fucking do this. Okay, the first thing, of course, you're going to want to do is just get all of your farm units. The most optimal way to do them is by order of which one is going to produce you the most amount of money. So you want to max out Takarada and Speedwagon's relative. I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys how I do this by speeding it up, but pretty much just like that. You get a little buffer period before the next wave starts in order to like upgrade your units with the wave bonus. You're going to want to utilize that as best as possible to maximize the amount of resources you can put into these units. Once you get that 5th upgrade on Takarada, you're going to want to have to focus on these guys because they're getting, frankly, a little too damn close to the end. So let's go ahead and use Igris, which is going to be an essential unit, as you guys will see here shortly. And he cannot even fucking hit them. Whoops. Just get him at least to upgrade 3 so that he can start doing some little bit more damage on You're also going to want to place down Harukarin to maximize the amount that she can do as well. Okay, now that you have done everything well here and everything well here, you're just going to want to place most of your units as following. Check out where the max of this Tengen is and the max of this Igris here in terms of max range, and you're just going to want to place them relative to that, as well as your crocodiles. And then you're just going to want to place your Harukarins along that circle. So you have basically placed them down like this, and put another Tengen, might be worth your while there. But the first thing you're going to want to start maxing out are your Igrises in order to get that full AoE. I would recommend to upgrade at least one of the Tengens to full AoE, just because he does do a lot of work. Once you get at least one of the Tengens up to full AoE, you can now start focusing on your other Igrises. I would also recommend at this point, once the second Igris is going to come up, you want to start to max out your alligators. Start placing even some back over here. Before you even focus on a second Tengen, going to want to definitely have all of your Igrises maxed out so that they maximize the amount of damage output that they have on bosses. By wave 25, you should have all of your Igrises maxed out and your main alligators maxed out as well. At least one Tengen to full AoE and another Tengen going up to full AoE. I would recommend to your third crocodile towards the end over here, just to make sure Chris doesn't slip out like a little slithery snake that he is. Besides in the Manhwa, he's actually pretty cool in the Manhwa. Now you can start putting more points into the Tengens to max them out. Start to upgrade your third Igris and probably put him to select strongest. Now, it's kind of hard to do this with macros, so you're never gonna know if it's gonna work or not. So honestly, just leave it at first. With my experience, it sometimes glitches out. Remember guys, when you're doing a macro, you want to continuously hit the levels so that any input error is eliminated essentially. Now you're gonna want to go ahead and max out not max them out, but just get them to at least 3 levels. But everybody that you've maxed out, just go ahead, keep selecting their max so that and make sure that they are leveled. At this point, there's no harm, no foul in maxing out the last bit of alligators. The hope is normally that by this point, the boss is already just at 1 bar, and hopefully your last 2 Igrises do the work. Now, if you really wanted to improve the macro, at this point, you could honestly delete some of your units, place them towards the end over here, probably maximize the amount of chances that you're going to do it. But as you guys can see, it is not necessary. And we have won the entire thing just on that slim bit. So if you have better stats, you're going to have much more success with this. Of course, course, use it at your own discretion. You guys can do whatever you guys want with it. And remember guys, when you're doing macros, the most effective way to do it is to not move your screen at all. Just keep it in the same place, placing and placing. Give this video a thumbs up and a comment down below if this helped. Here's another great video for you to watch. Keep grinding, motherfucker.